Testing. Will you welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1972 Texas State Fair, Lyndon Baines Johnson. Much to everybody's surprise, Mr. Johnson is running for president this year. Thanks for joining us today. You're looking great. I understand that you've asked the Democratic Party to support you. How did you approach them?
You take another chance on me.
I also noticed that Hubert Humphrey isn't with you anymore. Where did you leave him?
LA International Airport. I won't see him anymore.
I see. What did President Nixon say to you as he moved into the White House?
You better move on.
Well, what then does Lady Bird have to say about your possible return to that pad on Pennsylvania Avenue?
But you can't go home to the good times.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Johnson. What's it really like living in the White House?
Every day's Thanksgiving.
I see. Let's reminisce a couple years. What do you think of the Republican victory in '68?
Ain't that a shame?
Mr. Johnson, don't you feel Richard Nixon's qualified to run the country?
He's too old to cut the mustard anymore.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Then I won't mention it again.
Okay then, if you were in President Nixon's shoes during this campaign year, what would you do with Spiro Agnew?
Tie a rope around his waist and throw him in the swamp.
Assuming you are elected president, what type of people would you put in your cabinet?
Stewardess in a miniskirt, a hippie in a leather shirt.
That's enough, Mr. Johnson. What would you make as our national sport? Very original. Let's imagine it's election night and you're the winner. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna give myself a party.
And if you lose?
Give myself a party. Think of how it used to be.
But after that, fun and games are over. What activities will you be giving up to assume your regained title of the presidency?
I'm gonna quit rambling, gambling, staying out late at night.
One final question, Mr. Johnson. Rumors have it that your daughter Lucy may soon be a mother again.
Oh, gee, I hope it ain't twins again.
Please welcome your 1972 President-elect, Lyndon Baines Johnson. Before we get on with the oath of office, I'd like to ask you a few questions, sir. By the way, welcome back home to the White House.
Good to be back home again.
Lady Bird was telling me earlier that you'd consulted your personal astrologer. What did she have to say about your chances of winning the '72 presidency?
What is to be will be. What ain't to be just might happen.
Did she have anything else to say?
You're my shoulder to lean on.
Oh, that's funny. Lady Bird didn't tell me that.
I'm smarter than average man.
Mr. Johnson, could you briefly sum up our foreign affairs status?
It's a sad situation.
Well then, Mr. President, what do you think we as a nation need the most?
We need to get high.
How high?
Higher, higher.
After leaving Hubert Humphrey at LA International Airport, we see you chose Martha Mitchell as your new vice president. How did you approach her?
I've got to have you.
I see she isn't here today. What do you suppose she's doing?
Sitting at home, watching the phone.
Why'd you choose her over Spiro Agnew?
Anything's better than nothing.
Speaking of replacements, who's your new presidential aide now that Henry Kissinger's gone?
The happiest girl in the whole USA.
That's a bit vague, though. Could you give us a description of her?
Big as life and twice as hairy.
You know, I'll bet Lady Bird is glad to be back in the comfort of the White House after spending 4 years on your small back 40 in Texas.
She got used to dusty highways, ragged clothes, and living poor.
By the way, how are things on the LBJ?
Nothing but acres of tar and cement.
They tell me that Ralph Nader has condemned your Lincoln limo as being unsafe for the road.
I ain't scared, the brakes are good, tires fair.
One last question, Mr. Johnson. What's Spiro Agnew doing now that he's out of work, last you heard?
He was driving the Nashville garbage truck. The boy sure seemed down in the dumps.